Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to do just a little run through the garden and show you all what I've got going on out here. Um, this weather here in Missouri has just been absolutely crazy. Put my coffee down. 1 minute it is blistering 80-degree weather, which for late March, early April, that is blistering. And then the next minute we will have rain that lasts for days, and then temperatures dipping back down into the 40s and 50s, which does not help me getting my garden in. And as you can see, we've got several things going on in the background. I've got a burn pile that needs to be burned, and even the days that have been warm, it has been windy, and so I have not been able to do that. And I have a chicken coop that I still need to finish painting the outside of the new chicken run. Here, I'll show you guys that. Because I have Lucy, and I have neighbor cats, and I have cats of my own, we aren't as comfortable with free ranging as a lot of people are. And so we actually we like to have a yard where we can have the chickens be comfortable but contained, just in case. So it does not mean that we don't free range them, like with our previous chickens or with our new chickens that we have now, that we won't be free ranging them. But we just wanted to make sure that they had, you know, a nice yard to be able to roam around in. That screen door was actually a display piece that we had made out of pallet wood for when I had my little shop at the antique mall. And then the rest of this is just found material. I like to go by construction site dumpsters. Some of it's pallet wood. Of course, I bought brand new chicken wire. And we ran out of sand. We had some left over from when we pulled the pool out, and so I need to get some more sand to finish filling in the sandbox down there for them to be able to play in. And this goes on all day. So I'll start here. These two pots I normally put tomatoes in. And then we have the decorative grasses that my kids gave me last year for Mother's Day. This is our raspberry, and we need to trellis it. It is already taking off this year. And then I have my Peruvian sage, which is coming back wonderfully, and it is a very pungent, sticky plant, but I love it. And it's really, really pretty, and it flowers, and it's not edible sage, it's a decorative sage. So I really like that. This is my fennel plant. So, and I didn't bring it inside this winter. I left it outside, and I'm not sure why I did, but I did. And, but apparently it's doing okay, so we'll see how it survives. I did plant peas in here. I have not seen any evidence of them as of yet. No. Oh. No, that's just grass. Yep, I don't see. Oh, no, wait. There we go. So, we have our first peas coming up. Oh, and I see another one down there. A lot later than I had expected, but I guess that's better than not at all. So we planted peas in this box as well. Let's see. That's a weed. So we want to pull that out. That is not peas. Oh, no, look. Ah, yay. Okay, pea sprout and another pea sprout. So I think I did 4 and 4 in each bed. Oh, yep, here's another one. Oh, good. Okay, so that's 3 in that bed so far. And they will trellis up this cattle panel. And I did not plant anything on the other side yet this year. Wow. And mince in the bricks. So down at this end I have peppermint and spearmint, and at the other end I have chocolate mint. And here I have dill planted, and I don't. Now these are just off of one of the trees. So it tricks the eye when I look out the window or I come out here and I think, oh, I've got stuff coming up all over. And then I come out and no, in fact, I do not. But I did plant dill in this one. And I have sorrel and onions coming up back there. Why do I have onion coming up back there? Interesting. Okay. You know, things get blown around and displaced. And then this is an interesting one too. So here's oregano. And that oregano actually is planted in that corner, and it popped up out here. And it smells wonderful and it tastes wonderful. And we've already used it. And here we have licorice basil, direct sown. And you can see it is coming up. Oh, that's exciting. And over here, I have Swiss chard, direct sown in this bed, and we have Swiss chard coming up. Yep. We have Swiss chard. Yay! Okay, and then at this end, we have turnips. And let's see, right here, we have another one there. Oh, it looks like I dropped a lot of seeds. Oops. Way more. I'm gonna have to come out and thin these out. You know, turnip seeds are so small, it's hard to tell. And I can see I dropped a lot. So that's turnips. And here are the onion sets that I planted with you guys a month or so ago, month and a half ago. So they're doing wonderful. But these are my little sad brassicas that were getting so leggy in the house. And, oh, we have something coming up here too. Some of these might be volunteers from last year too. Lucy, out of the garden bed. Out. Out. So, good example. So they were getting so leggy and so sad in the house. So, we planted them out here, and they're just, I don't know if they're doing much better out here or not, but you know, we'll give it a go. We do have Kennebecs and reds planted in here. And our grape is budding out. So I need to get the turnbuckles and the corded wire and run it all the way down to that end of the fence so it has something to run on. This bed has not been planted yet, so I need to get out doing that. We had to do a repair here, so we've got some cleanup to do still. So we have asparagus on this side, Mary Washington and Giant Jersey. And over here, I have Mary Washington and another purple variety, and I can't remember the name of it, but as you can see, I have asparagus popping up there, some there, a little asparagus popping up there. So let's see, this is year 4 for the 2 rows back here, and it should be year 3 for the 2 rows up here. So I can do full harvest on both of them this year. The rest of these beds, nothing's been planted yet. I haven't planted yet. My yarrow, I have 2 different varieties of yarrow in here. Those are doing well. My garden sage is doing well. And everything else is just waiting to be planted. And do I have any? Oh, yep, the oregano is coming back over here, you can see. So it's funny that it's spread all the way across the garden bed like that. And look at that chocolate mint coming back. Isn't that pretty? And this is so good. If you guys could smell and taste the things that I have in the garden. You know, if you really want to grow your own food, you know, you can do it. You can get seeds at the dollar store, you can get seeds at Walmart, you can order seeds online. You know, reach out to me and I'll send you seeds. You know, look at other Facebook groups. There's lots of them where people will share seeds. You know, if you have the desire to grow your own food, and now more than ever, you should have that desire and you should be making that effort. But if you have it and you want to grow your own food, you will succeed. I have absolutely no doubt. You know, there's so many YouTubers out there that they have these wonderful homesteads, whether they're off-grid or on-grid, and they've got acreage and, you know, these farm animals and, you know, all these resources available to them, and that's wonderful, and I wish I did, but I don't. I live right in town. You can see the houses around me in the background. I have a school behind my house. I have a school next to my house. I have a school up the street from my house. I have a park across from my house. You know, I have a fairly large lot, but I am in town and I am surrounded, and I do have laws on what I can and can't do. And I can't have roosters, and I can only have so many chickens, and I can't have the goats that I want. And you know, we do have restrictions that if our grass gets so tall, you know, you will get a notice and fined. And, you know, so I can't have my garden be wild and, you know, crazy and growing all over the place. You know, I do have to follow those restrictions, and I don't live in an HOA. This is just our normal town ordinance. But in the almost 9 years, I've been in this house for almost 9 years. The first thing I did when I was moving from Wisconsin was we stopped in a little town called Nevada, Missouri, which is about an hour north of where I live here. And I had to get out and stretch and walk. You know, you just get tired after being in the moving truck for so long. And I went inside and I bought a garden hose, because I didn't have a garden hose from our property in Wisconsin. And I knew that one of the very first things that I was going to do when I got here was to start putting in my garden. Even though it was late July, early August, even though it was a growing zone that I had not lived in before, and Joplin was actually recovering from the tornado, and so the weather pattern was all messed up. But on my mind already at that point was, I'm putting in a garden when I get to that new house. And I did. And it has thrived and evolved and spread out to, you know, my neighbors. They have eaten off of what I grow, and some of them have even started gardening as well and have come over and gotten supplies from us. And, you know, I never imagined that I would still be here in town 9 years later. But I did know that I would have a garden, and I would be doing every effort to maintain that garden and stretch into every pocket of my yard that I possibly could to grow everything that I possibly could for my family. So, bottom line is, if you have a desire to grow a garden, grow a garden. Buy a packet of seeds. It doesn't have to be heirloom. It doesn't have to be organic. It doesn't have to be, expensive. It doesn't have to be name brand. Just buy a packet of seeds. Buy a cheap bag of Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, Walmart dirt, and start a raised bed. Or if, you have soil that you can dig around in and it's not clay or shale or rock, and you think you can grow things in it, give it a try. Plant in 2 or 3 or 4 different areas of your yard and see what works for you. And by next year, you'll be that much richer in knowledge and food. So, and I hope you all enjoy this lovely Thursday. It's hard to see blue sky out there, but it's also windy and cold, and we have more rain coming. So I'm going to get a few more things in the ground and go check on my indoor greenhouses, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Be safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to you later. Bye.